Hey Mama, good morning. You look fabulous today. That sun is in my face. Excuse me. Let's pull that down a little bit. A lot of YouTubers put like cool intros, like peaceful intros, and they really can't hear me. So let's just act like we're having a good time, right?
That is a fake laugh.
Are you having a good time?
Your breath stinks. It's a good thing YouTube doesn't offer smell-o-vision.
That's a little strange. I think we should talk about that maybe when the video's over. Everything's good though. You're embarrassing me right now. And I don't appreciate it, but I do appreciate it because it's underappreciated. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? I don't think it would make sense. I don't even know what I said. But on a side note, should I wear this outfit or should I get dressed? You know what I mean? You look really pretty today. Hey guys, it's Alexis, Sophia Leather. All right, so first of all, I want to say thank you. Got a lot of good information on the last video. And I just want to say I really love interacting with you guys on the comment section. Just let it be known that I really enjoy interacting with you guys there. It gives me ideas and helps me brainstorm. And I appreciate the input and the reach I got on that last video. Moving forward on these videos, there's a pretty cool feature on YouTube that just started, and that's chapters, timeline. And what I want to do is, I like to ramble a lot, no doubt about it. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little time and put these chapters in. A lot of guys don't know how that's used. I'm going to show you on the phone what that looks like. If you click on the video and you click right, that little thing right there, you see that it gives you these chapters, and you can just quickly get to these talking points without having to listen to my rambling. Also on the timeline itself, if you scroll through the timeline, you'll see that the topics are there as well. So that just takes a little extra time while I'm editing, but that's not a big deal. I do that because I love you guys. The other thing too is I know this video is coming pretty fast after the last one, but I want to test this new mic I got, the lav mic, and also the recording. The last video, it keeps going in and out of focus, and it really bothers me. It doesn't look good. And I have a Fuji X-T2, that's what I film everything on. They don't have face detection on 4K. All my videos were 4K, so this video is gonna be 1080 because 1080 on the X-T2 has face detection, so we're gonna see how that works. Ha! So let me know how that works. If you guys like it, and if you could tell any noticeable difference between this video and the last one. The last one was 4K. So anyway, let me know how that is. Let me know in the comments below. So in this video, we're gonna talk about the leather thicknesses, the thickness of leather that I use for what I do. So little caveat here, you guys see what kind of stuff I build. I don't build really small little things. So this is simply for what I do. Strap goods, some bags, small little wallets, maybe a clutch. And keep in mind, the way I work, my stuff is kind of chunky and bulky. So this is not for everyone, but this is what I use. A lot of guys ask me about this, and I figure I'd tell you. So before I tell you what leather I use, we first have to convert the leather. Converting leather from ounces to inches and also to millimeters, and understanding what 1 ounce means. Some people don't know what 1 ounce means or 2 ounce means. And I tell you this, I don't know exactly why they use the word ounce, but I can tell you what it means as far as fractionally and thickness. So I have this little cheat sheet here. 1 ounce equals 1/64. 1 ounce equals 1/64 of an inch. So 16 ounces is 16 over 64, which means 16 ounces is 0.250 inches, which is 1/4 of an inch. So 1 ounce equals 1/64 of an inch. Now, sometimes people get leather, they get the leather overseas and they use millimeters, and that's crazy. But what I do want to tell you is 1 millimeter equals 0.0394 inches. 0.0394 inches. Let me walk over there and show you what I'm talking about. So 1 millimeter equals 0.0394 inches. My handwriting's terrible, bear with me. 1 ounce equals 1/64 of an inch. So let's go ahead and convert that. If you're going from millimeters to ounces, all right? Because sometimes let's say you want 5 ounce leather, and you're getting the stuff overseas, and they're like, what do you want? 1.5 millimeters or 2.5 millimeters or 3? And you're like, what is going on right now? I will tell you, I'm gonna have to walk back over there. So from millimeter to ounces, the formula, really simple, is you multiply the millimeters times 0.0394, because 1 millimeter equals 0.0394. Then you multiply by 64, and that gives you the ounces. So, for example, 2 millimeters. You want to know what 2 millimeters equals in ounces? 2 millimeters times 0.039 times 64 equals 5.04 ounces. So basically 2 millimeters equals 5 ounces. Now, let's go from ounces to millimeters. Let me walk back over here so you can see my beautiful face once again. So let's say you have 5 ounces here, and you want to know what it is in millimeters. You want to buy this same again, but you're getting stuff overseas and they're in millimeters. So you don't know, like, I want 5 ounces, man. Like, can you just tell me what it is? I'm sure they could, but why? If you have Sophia Leather, it's going to help you. Reverse kick out of help, love. All right, hold on, that was dumb. I'm not going to edit it out though, because that's what I do. So we're going to use the same formula. The formula from ounces to millimeters is the reverse. You take your ounces, divide it by 64, divided by 0.0394. So an example is 5 ounces, divided by 64. So 5 divided by 64, divided by 0.0394, gives you 2 millimeters. So you can see these are both the same. So 2 millimeters times that gives you 5 ounces. I should go back a little bit. So 5 ounces divided by that gives you 2 millimeters. The other thing is from fraction to ounces. All right, so if you want to go from a fraction to an ounce, and the reason why you would do that, let's say you have your calipers. This is is it focusing in that, or is it focusing in my mustache? I don't even know. But if you have a pair of calipers and you have some leather laying around, right, and you zero this out, you're supposed to, and you measure this and you're like, all right, let's measure this. What is this? Oh, this is 0.075. 0.075, what is that? So what you need to do to go from fraction to ounces, so from fraction to ounces, the formula is your fraction times 64. Really simple. So that one was 0.075 is what I said, right? 0.075 is what I said, 0.075. And then you're gonna multiply it times 64, and that gives you 4.8. Can you see that? So right around 5 ounces. So we already went over from fraction to ounces. Let's go from ounces to fractions, for whatever reason you wanna know, right? Let's say you got 16 ounces, you simply, like I said, divide by 64, and that's 0.250. Let's say you had 5 ounces, and then you divide by 64, and you get 0.078. I didn't mean to confuse you, but I'm gonna bring this back up so you guys can see it. All right, so let's talk about the leather thicknesses I use, okay? The leather thicknesses I use are 9 ounce and 5 ounce, okay? Now keep in mind, that is very specific to what I do in my shop. All right, so this may not be the best advice for other people on what they do, but let me explain to you why I use 9 ounce. I work backwards, okay? You guys will realize this in the end, or you guys will realize this eventually, is that I work backwards. So my final product, a radio strap, I want it to be anywhere between 14 ounces and 15 ounces, just shy of 16 ounces, which is a small little slithers, a 64th off. So if I do 9 ounce and 5 ounce married together, I'll get me a solid product. It's a pretty good thickness, all right? Now, however you want to get to that thickness, 14 ounces is fine. You can do like a 12 ounce piece and then like a 2 to 3 ounce backing. The problem with that, and this is why I do it this way, is because a 2 to 3 ounce piece, for me in my shop, is not good for anything. It's only good for lining. So I don't like the 2 to 3 ounce piece just for backing. Not only that, but the 12 ounce piece that you're gonna glue that to is gonna be too thick for things like glove strap or keychains, and too thick for things like chin strap. So the perfect balance for me is gonna be 9 ounce, because this is thick enough and solid for a little belt, is solid for single ply pair of suspenders, you know, and perfect thickness for, like I said, things like this. The 12 ounce will be too thick for things like this, especially things like this. And inversely, if I have the 5 ounce to marry this together, I then can use the 5 ounce for other things, like little wallets like this, right? Can you see that? Little wallets like that. I can also use the 5 ounce for the little clutch bag that I showed you on the, I almost said last shift, but things that I showed you on the last video, the little clutch. Also, these bags, right? This is the first bag I made. But these bags, the main body, and these straps, this, and the main, like I said, this main body in the back, this here, is about 9 ounces. So you can achieve that two ways. You could just use the one thick piece of leather for the flap, for the front body and the back body, or you can marry 2 5 ounces together. It's not exactly 9 ounces, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a little bit off. Or you can use 2 5 ounces. So ideally for me in my shop, 5 ounces and 9 ounces are perfect. So to sum it up, I use 9 ounce and 5 ounce. All right. The reason why I do that is because the total thickness put together is about 14 ounces. And to me, this is a perfect thickness, all right, for everything. The single ply 9 ounce is good for little things like this, like these connectors, this little piece here, that back piece there, chin straps, glove straps, keychains, and the 5 ounce is perfect to put the backing on here. It's good for little things like a pen holder. It's good for the clutches that you see me make. It's perfect for pockets in here. It's perfect for the gussets. So basically, in layman's terms, everything you see me build ever on this channel was 9 ounce and 5 ounce. If I wanted to just use a 9 ounce for a body of a bag, I'll use a 9 ounce. If I wanted to get fancy and have 2 different colors or like a lining on the inside, I'll do 5 ounce and 5 ounce and marry them together, and that'll give me my 9 ounce. It's a little bit bigger, but no big deal. So that's what I use. I hope this video helped you out. So I want to say thank you. The last video was awesome. I got a lot of good input. Hopefully I can keep these videos under 10 minutes. This is quick little tips. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what kind of video you want to see next. Like I said earlier, I do enjoy the camaraderie, I guess you could say, on the comment section. It's pretty neat. So yeah, that's it. And I think I'm gonna give you my ridiculous outro. All right. Oh, that's it for the video. There's nothing else really, but if you want to stick around to see this ridiculous outro, you're welcome.
That we must come to men and ask men to accept it, and we must not be afraid of the opposition of the world. We've had nothing to do with it except to be saved by it. But certainly, now that we have received the truth has made us free.